internet dependency. Do you need to have internet on your device to use peer-to-peer technology? Do you need to be connected to everybody to have peer-to-peer technology?
Technically, no. I mean, you could use Bluetooth, couldn't you? Or something like that. You could use something that's like hopping between.
So peer-to-peer doesn't really care how you move data around. It just wants to move data. It also doesn't care if you move data around at all. Like you could just be fully offline because peer-to-peer doesn't have to talk to servers. It just talks to your device. So obviously, if you're in a chat and you're offline, that's not the most interesting chat. I mean, we like talking to ourselves sometimes, but we're also just talking heads. But it totally works, right? So it's like you can still write messages and be like, "Oh, I'm queuing these for later," and the peer-to-peer system doesn't care.
Yeah.
And then when
you are online,
that starts to sync.
Yeah.
And that's a huge feature, and you don't have to think about that.
It's sort of a workaround of the availability problem in a way, because you don't need the availability to interact with the UI or the state of the device or of the application.
It's actually I think it's a really interesting thing because we're privileged to live in areas that have very good internet and very little outage. I recently did some travel over Christmas, and it's funny how hard it is for your brain, even though I make peer-to-peer things, to get used to the fact that when I take out Keat and I send a message in an airport on some crappy hotspot, it's the same experience as when I'm home, because for me, the messages are just added to the peer-to-peer data structure. They're probably syncing a little bit slower because the network there is terrible. But then I had the same experience where I had to send a message on Slack, and I got that message of, you can't send it because the internet is not good enough. Yeah. And it just gets in your way.
You can save one draft, but that's all.
And it's this error scenario.
Yeah.
So when it's peer-to-peer, it's just it just feels natural. There's no difference. It feels exactly the same on fiber as it did in the airport. And I think that's actually one of those things where in the future, once I got used to that, it's so hard to go back. And that's one of the powers of peer-to-peer. So it's
Yeah, and also, of course, no account.
Yeah, of course.
So you don't have to, log into have a password and
you can do it all offline. All of it you can do off. There's never any time where it's you have to be online.
Yeah.
So, yeah.